Family members rather describe the smoke than smell like it. Sometimes hell is a penis. Sometimes girls repent to save themselves from encountering the devil. Sometimes uncle is a boyfriend, a random, a test we'll keep on taking but always fail. Sometimes uncle is a siren in some living rooms. Sometimes uncle is an icon everyone is too lazy to adjust or switch off. You see, there wouldn't be so many rape poems if men, sorry, I meant trash, sorry, I meant boys understood that our bodies were ours alone. There wouldn't be so many rape poems if men, sorry, I meant trash, sorry, I meant boys, sorry, understood that our bodies were ours alone.
And we are out here, people. The talent is out here at CPUT, and it's such an honor to sit down with these awesome, talented students here at CPUT. I mean, before we get into it much, I think let's introduce yourselves. Tell us who you are and where you're from.
So I'm Ketsi Wengubane. I'm from KZN in Pinetown in a small place called Njanga.
Awesome.
And yeah, came here to study.
Love it, love it, love it. And you?
I'm born Kemchonisa from Eastern Cape, Maclear, in a small village called Hopedale.
Love it, love it. And your side?
And my name is Zamama Bellville Umatosini. I'm from Eastern Cape, Ekofimvaba, Engoha.
Yeah, representing. So I will represent Cape Town for now, people. So you're out here at CPUT. I mean, tell us, what are you studying at the moment?
I am doing education, senior and FET phase.
Leka. Your side?
I'm doing biomedical sciences.
Hey, clever people out here.
And I'm doing agri management.
Love it, love it. I just want to ask a random question. What was life growing up from where you are? Like, what was life growing up for you? What kind of girl or guy were you? Were you a nerd? Were you a cool kid? Tell us. Just give us a bit of an introduction of your life growing up.
I was actually a shy kid because, more of a trained man's child kind of vibe. So
And your side?
I was also a shy kid. I was raised by my grandmother. So, like in rural areas, there are not many people. You don't get interaction with many people. So,
You're right.
and that's why I'm still shy.
Yeah.
I was a daddy's girl.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
I actually used to do karate.
Okay.
I still love it even now, but I don't get the platform, the dojos here.
Yes.
But yeah, I was like that, playing soccer, karate, all those boy stuff.
Me, same.
And I never knew that I could be this girly like.
But now look at you, you're changing it up. But I mean, you guys are also gifted. I mean, you're shy, but you are gifted in this whole poetry vibe, which I think is so dope. What do you think, would you say, was your first introduction? And this question is for everyone, but we start with you, with poetry. What was your first introduction to poetry?
Oh, I studied poetry and I was doing grade 6. But then I wasn't a writer. I was a praise poet.
Okay.
Then I did it once, then I never did it again until 2017. I saw a video of Ngonzonga performing a poem and I was inspired.
Wow.
Then I remembered I was once a poet.
And you don't even know it.
Yeah. Then I started writing because I thought I didn't have the voice of being a praise poet.
So you only wrote?
Yeah, only
at
wrote.
First?
No, at first I was only a praise poet. I didn't write, I just performed the poetry. So I decided to write.
Amazing.
Then that's how we started again.
That is so dope, man. That's so dope. And your side? Tell us about you.
I started when I was still doing grade 9. So we had this essay competition in school. So my teacher gave me a small poem to perform. It was already written, so I had to trim everything, then be ready.
Wow.
And then I stopped from there. And then when I was doing grade 10 in Philippi High, I started going on Artscape Theatre, and I was doing drama and poetry at the same time. It was not like, we were not trained to do poetry. My tutor just said to me, okay, after this, we finish doing this, you're gonna perform a poem. And I was like, no, I never wrote anything. And he was like, no, you're gonna get a hang of it, you're gonna do it. And then I started writing from there. So in my diary, I just would write like maybe 1 or 2 lines and then leave it there. So
Really?
yes. And then since there was a Slam Poetry Competition, I just
in.
took those lines and yeah.
Wow, that is levels, eh? That is levels.
So I was introduced to poetry in a way that is not nice. A friend of mine passed away when we were in grade 7.
Sure.
And then as a school, we had to prepare something for his burial, and I couldn't sing. I still can't sing. Let me not say I couldn't. I can't sing. So I opted for words, and they rhymed. And then that's how I...
Wow, that is incredible, eh?
Yeah, so yeah.
That's dope. I want to jump straight into the competition. I'm going to start with you again. I mean, the competition was off the hook. Like, the talent was like, I saw you going
It was.
throughout. I mean, I thought your fingers were like, you do a workout with your fingers because you were going in. Let's talk about the competition. What was it like for you?
Yeah, first of all, I had so much fun because ever since I came here, I haven't gotten to enjoy such poetry because it was at a level like the one that you actually have to pay for in order to see those kind of people. So I was like, okay, this is really nice. Let me just enjoy this, and it was a good thing that I went first. And then I was like, after that,
so you could have a good time. That is so
So
dope.
it was really it was a great platform for us to know each other besides just competing with one another, just
you learn
knowing
from
each other.
as well.
Exactly. And for me, I'm Zulu, and most people here are Xhosa.
Yes.
So hearing that the Xhosa clicks, they click so nicely, and sometimes I don't even understand. But it was.
But
you
same
feel
for me.
You
You
feel
feel it, yeah.
Exactly. So it was like, okay, I feel you guys. This is beautiful.
Amazing. And that's how I felt because I didn't understand. I was like clicking my life away. I felt it. Let's talk about your piece that you did. What does that mean? What's the meaning of the piece that you did? And you are the winner of the competition, so well done. Tell us about that piece.
Oh, that piece is titled Sanenda Mkele, which means accept me
Okay.
as the poem I am, or as the poem I become.
Okay.
Accept me for all the things I write. Accept me for all the things I reveal.
Sure.
Just accept me.
That is so. What inspired that? Like, why did you write that poem?
I think that poem I wrote it because the journey of being a poet. You can go from being a school child or a student, and poem can take you out of many things. Can take you through many things.
True story.
Yeah.
It's a journey, basically.
Yeah. So that's why it's titled "Accept Me" forever. For whatever I become.
Sure, love it. That's deep, eh? I feel poets is deep. Hey, I really want to be a poet, but I'm not deep enough. I think I still need to work on my deepness. Let's speak to you quickly about how the competition went for you. What was it like for you, and the piece that you've done as well?
Yes, the competition was, I thought it was going to be kind of hard, like CPUT's Got Talent. Like, we're different as poets.
Of course.
Like, we deliver our messages differently.
Yes.
So I was so scared that maybe I wasn't good enough and all that stuff. Sure. But then when I got here, like, it was so more like welcoming. And like, I was so free to be myself. And yeah.
That's so true, eh? You could be who you want to be, and that's the point for me as a South African. I think we should start owning up to who we are, man. We need to start being confident and stop looking outside, but we've got it inside.
And stop trying to fit in or be like someone else, because as poets, someone else is going to come to you and be like, oh, and you're going to think, no, I'm not poet enough, so I have to try and change my poetry in some kind of way. So,
but it's not like that. Let's speak about your piece that you've done as well.
Yes, actually my piece is more about rape. So I titled it Yesterday is Today.
Okay.
So actually, it's more like I kind of experienced rape at a young age. So when I used to write those lines every time I had a dream, like it was more like dreaming. So I just wanted it to stop. It was more like a line of telling of what happened.
It's therapy almost.
Yes. So it's like it's healing. It's
sure.
therapeutic. So I wrote like each line every now and then. Then a friend of mine. She was not really a friend, but I knew her from high school, and then I found it out that she was abused back home. So I fused everything together and made one story.
That is beautiful, and that's the point. The point of this is of art is for other people to get inspiration through your journey, you know, because that's something that hurts, but at the end of the day, it can also heal. It can heal someone else. It can heal yourself, you know. And let's speak about you, about your
My
poem.
piece. Our theme was Africa, right?
Yes.
So, and we know that as Africans, girls are not allowed, but it's not acceptable very much to approach a guy. So I was just breaking those boundaries.
Hey now.
Approaching.
Hey now.
Yeah, so it was just about that, telling this person how I feel about them.
Wow.
I dream about them, how they make me, it was actually about a battle between my mind, my body and heart. Because they wanted different things. My mind
True
was telling me
story.
something else, and then my heart is saying, go for it.
Go for it, your
And then
mind is
my
like,
body
no.
is like, so yeah, it was just that battle.
That is
And
so
that
dope. And
is
it's
like,
true.
it's the
We all
most
experience
hard battle because you're fighting with yourself and
What
nobody
do you do?
knows.
No,
Nobody's
it's
gonna.
all inside.
Exactly. So
Oh
yeah,
man, people, we've got the poets and they don't even know it on a walk with Mel. We're taking a quick break, don't go anywhere.
ngabona nami sengiqala ukumdinga lingaphuma liphinde lishone ngingazange ngambona kungihlula ukulinda nginesiqiniseko maye eqhamuke yami iyayigida ngeve nje mbani namoya ukumbona ngiphuma nomalina ngisho koqhuma nhlamvana ezinye ziyakufeketha mengakhona ongaqoma ukumthatho wami sengamkhetha gama mangilibiza ngizwa kungekho noncane ukumngabaza ngengabaze makuthiwa yimo wambaza empilweni edlule uyafana nengangizozikhethela ukube futhi ukube wayizoba wokuqala ukwenza zami izindebe ziphimisa amagama athi ngiyakuthanda kodwa ke kwabengathi uyazi kumele afike ngasiphi isikhathi wafika kahle ngalenkathi eyami inhliziyo igobhoza igazi ngabona lapho ukuthi uyinduduzo kwabalusizi.
Welcome back, people. If you just joined us, it is a walk with Mel. Make sure you like us and follow us on all social media platforms. Today we're hanging out at CPUT, and like I said earlier, they had a really cool slam poetry event. And the cool thing about events and the artists is that they bring everyone together, you know. And if I have it correctly, you guys are all at different campuses at CPUT. So just tell us what campus are you at?
Wellington campus.
Wellington, you travel there?
Bellville campus.
Bellville, okay.
And I'm in Mowbray.
Mowbray, awesome. So it's different campuses and you guys are not from Cape Town as well. Let's talk about how you guys adjusted, just like moving to Cape Town and moving to CPUT. What was the adjustment like for you?
Wellington campus was actually, it was easy. Like I adopted easily because it's more like your farm.
It's easier. I wanted to say that.
But it's more quiet than the rural areas. Like you only get to go to class, then go to res, or unless there is an event
Yes.
at some point or sports. That's the only time you get to
Lekker.
interact with most people. So yes.
Yeah, that's dope. And how did you adjust coming from the Eastern Cape to Bellville?
I think it was not difficult to
Really?
adjust because their residence is close to school
That's
or
dope.
to your classes. Yeah.
So the traveling isn't too intense. And your side, yeah.
I also adjusted well, I'd like to think. And when Zama is talking about the events,
Yes.
our SRC get to host social events, so that is actually where we got to know each other. We made friends.
Wow.
Because in Mowbray there are only two courses. It's education and sports. So that's the only
That's it.
people you get to know.
That's it,
So
yeah.
in this social event, you get people from Cape Town. Like this one, now I know Zama from Wellington. I know Bonke from Bellville.
So you guys can have sleepovers now.
Yeah, sleepovers.
No, but I get it. It's cool.
Yeah.
You're connecting with different people.
Exactly. So it was nice. I can do it
that's
all over again. I
that
don't
is
regret coming here.
Yeah, and that's the cool thing. I feel like I want to come study here now. I want to be at CPUT because that's the vibe that I got from the event as well. Everyone was together, and I didn't even know you guys didn't know each other. Because the way you guys supported each other at the event, I was like, flip, man, I want to join in on this, man. Let's speak about the vision for you guys as students, as artists. What's the vision for yourself? I'm going to ask all of you guys this question. Where do you see yourself in the future?
Okay, I want to be a performing artist. I'd really love to earn a living through poetry rather than what I am doing. And what I want to do is back home, I created a platform for other poets to just get used to performing and all that. I created a poetry session, so I'd like that to happen here. Besides this slam poetry, like meet maybe once or twice a month as poets and musicians. So I just want to develop that and maybe be someone's manager at some point.
I know. I see that management in you. I see that leading. I see that leading abilities in you. And then the same question to you as well. Yeah.
Just to finish studying, and also under Spray Entertainment, which is my producer. So
Hey now, you're welcome. That's so dope.
yeah, so just wanna maintain that connection with the Spray Entertainment.
Love it.
And see where it takes me.
Amazing. And your side?
Money is life, so I would really love to make money through poetry.
It's possible.
But most importantly, like be in theaters, like for Artscape Theatre and Baxter, yes, and be a performing artist there, yes.
Amazing. And it's possible now, the time we're living in now, it's possible, people. It's not easy, but it is possible, you know. Let's speak about our country. I mean, you guys, your poems has referred to where we're at in our country. Let's speak about the challenges we all face, or that you would say we face in our country, and what would you say solutions that we can look at?
I think the division that we have in our country is the source of everything else.
Sure.
Because even with corruption, with everything else, you get a person who's a councillor here, maybe they're not of that race that is dominating that place, then they're not going to do the things that are supposed to do. Just because, okay, let's say, they're not black, so they're not my people. So it's the division. Wow. I really think if we could just be living together, like we're all Africans, you know.
Come on.
So if we could just do away with the division, then everything else would be
That's it. And I also feel if we start supporting each other, you know, I mean, I shouldn't feel threatened if you get something before me, if your blessing comes before me. I shouldn't feel a certain way. I should be happy for you because next time it's mine, you know. What challenges would you say that we face out here in our country and solutions as well?
Most importantly is like the violence that we experience as women. Like we actually moving around, but we're not actually feeling safe.
Wow.
Like even if you go to the shops or to school, you're not feeling safe anywhere. So
True.
that's actually one of the problems we face.
Definitely, and it's hectic. I mean, you shouldn't feel that way at all, yeah. And then obviously, are you guys? I mean, I spoke to you guys earlier about this. If you can give yourself a call, I'm going to ask you this first. If you can give yourself a call, your younger self, or a voice note, not a please call me, just a voice note or a call, what advice would you give to your younger self?
Just be natural. The world is violent. Just keep yourself cool. Just limit yourself. Know where to go, where not to go.
True. And your side, any advice for your younger self?
My advice would be friends. Stay away from friends, actually.
I know what you mean, though.
Stay away and actually be yourself, most importantly. Don't try to be someone else. And
I love that.
I think I'd say you don't have to see it through, because I think that's like my weakness. Even if I see something that, okay, this one is not working, but I want to see it through. I want to see how it's going to end anyway.
You want to finish it?
Yeah. I don't have to finish everything I start.
Wow. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for sharing that. Yeah. And then tell me, if I want to come into poetry, which I said I'm not deep enough yet, but I'm working on it. I'm working on that. What advice would you give to someone? Where do they start?
Okay, let's start by documenting your thoughts. Sometimes your thoughts rhyme. Like
really?
Yeah, you think about something and then okay, I'm not gonna freestyle.
Let me go. I'm gonna say I'm sitting on a chair. I feel my hair. But that doesn't mean anything, you see. So how do you?
Okay, at first you have to know the message you're trying to send, and then the words are gonna come. Because when you have a goal, the message I'm trying to send is this. Then you know every word should go
according
closer
to that.
to that.
So
it's
I get you.
Knowing what you want to say, and then everything else is just gonna.
Amazing. And if there's people watching, what advice would you give to the young people watching?
Study. Education is important, guys. So yes, and your dreams should come first. If you're a poet or writer, a musician, you shouldn't more like suppress your talent. Like, show it to the world and you never know.
Hey now! Come on, any advice to young people that maybe wants to be you? Or follow in your footsteps?
Oh yeah, just be yourself. No, don't wait for opportunities to come to you.
Sure.
Look for opportunities. You can create your own events. Like start there and see what you can.
Awesome. And then last one from your side?
I would say being different is okay. Being different is okay because you get people. Okay, when I listen to Zama's poems, she doesn't write like me. So if I'm scared of being different, I'm gonna say, okay, I'm not doing it right. Like she said this before. So variety is nice actually.
Sure. Being true to you.
Yeah.
Oh, that is the message for today, I feel.
Yeah.
It's being true to you. Oh, don't be afraid of being you.
Exactly.
CPUT is the place to be, people, and shout out for all of them for creating this platforms. The Slam Poetry event was off the hook. So let's make sure that we like their pages, CPUT, and also shout out to you guys for being on the show, and well done, and wishing you guys the best.
Thank you so much.
Thank you guys. Thank you for tuning in.
Litshala amaxhosa okuhamba kukubona ndingahambanga kuyaphi ntla ngentyatyambo ezinze kwiingcaba zentlabathi ngobuhle lihlahlane lemagqaba khazikhazi lethi ndikhe ngokugqama elagqange kwathi maqwalasele ngokucenga kwanga ndingancamla gxibe ndinganqonqothela ngokuhluma lehlathi lithi nditheze ngombala okugqama kuvumbulelo nawo sebuthongweni okwelanga ngentsasabo candindongo machungechunge sihobe singcaline ngcaphephe khane ndingcelwe ngobuciko ngcamba sechubu nqambe ngichuze ngichela ukunyathela ngichophise lo mcinjana ngenxaka ncinde kwelichibele incinde inxasebuncwane ngosiba ngichancathe kulo mcimbi ngencukaca ngichubele ngicaselwa ngezaci nam ndicamnca ndichukunyiswa zezingcinga zindithatha zindibeke kanye kolo suku sukungelisa ndakrwaqela ubuhle bendalo inzwakazi nomkhitha oloncumo lambatiswa ngezinqonqo ngamanzi omthombo ngentsasa yohlobo kucwenga